G'day, I'm Luke Bateman, and this is In the Good Books. This is the podcast where we dive into the most incredible stories ever told and talk about the books which have left lasting impressions on you long after you close the cover. If you're a book nerd, you'll love this podcast. If you've always wanted to get into reading and books but never understood the hype or where to start, you're in the right place. And if you're simply someone who enjoys a good story, you're welcome too. Let the adventures begin. As you all know, my main goal with this podcast has always been to build a strong book community and talk about the stories and the books that we all love. So that's why I'm so happy and thrilled to announce my new monthly episode, In the Good Book Club. Each month, my producer Hannah will choose a book that you, our listeners, have recommended to me. I'll read it and review it in the next episode of the book club, but I beg of you, be sensible. To kick things off for our very first book, the recommendation comes from none other than the Deborah Messing. She commented on one of my videos the other day and told me to read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and I was blown away. So our first book club recommendation is coming from Deborah Messing, and I think that we can probably trust that it's going to be a pretty good book. So be sure to tune into episode 8, where I'll give you my thoughts on Deborah Messing's recommendation, and then we can get a recommendation from you, our listeners, our community, on the next book that I should read, which I'm truly so excited for. I cannot wait to delve into so many different genres and books that I have probably never even heard of from you guys. In the meantime, I'd love for you all to start sending in your recommendations for the next book club read. You can send a voice memo to our email, goodbooks@9.com.au, for us to share and talk about on the podcast. For any more details on this, you can check it out in the podcast notes below. I have a very, very special guest, someone very close to my heart, with me today. I would like to introduce you all to my lovely and amazing mother, Leanne, who I absolutely adore and is my rock. I'm so blessed to have her recording with me today. I'm really excited for what we're going to chat about. Mum, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here with Luke today.
She's very nervous.
Very nervous.
She messaged me last night. She said, I sent her the questions that I was going to ask, and she said, "Can I bring notes in?" Anyway, Mum, you were the beginning of my reading journey. You were the woman who instilled in me a love of books and a love of reading, and I'm going to talk to you today about that and about how important it was to me as a child, and obviously Sam and Sarah, my siblings, as well, and also just how important you see it as for all children and all people in general, really. So for starters, I just want to say, what were your favourite memories of reading to us kids when we were growing up? Do you remember when you started reading to us? What was
Sam was the eldest, obviously, and I mean, I started reading to him when he was just a few weeks old.
Oh, really?
I would have him on my lap and just read to him nursery rhymes, books, anything, and he, just to...
Do you think it was it to calm him?
Well, no, he wasn't he was a calm child. You were the wild one. And he didn't sleep a lot. And I thought babies were meant to sleep, but it was a way of actually putting him to sleep. So that doesn't sound very good, does it? My voice put him to sleep. But I read to him very early. And the same with you and Sarah being twins. When I had to feed you as babies, and I had a 2-year-old, so I would sit Sam down and we'd have a book, and I would be feeding you two and reading to him. So you were also hearing those, getting read to as well. And that kept him occupied while I was busy with you two. Yeah. And so I literally read to you from nearly from birth.
Yeah. When we got a little bit older, did you read to us at bedtime?
Yeah, I always read to you at bedtime. That was a bedtime ritual. Being a single mum when you were little, we used to all jump into my bed together. Yeah. From probably when you were like maybe 2. Yeah. The 3 of you would jump in and we'd grab a book and we'd just read a book before you went to bed. Some of nursery rhymes were always a favourite, and all the Disney classics, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, Peter Pan.
What was what was that book which had the bears in it? The bears in the
scary bears, the spooky house, spooky bears, spooky.
There's something spooky.
Yeah, don't go in there.
Yeah, don't go in there. That was it.
Yeah. I've still got that at home.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we've still got that at home. I'll have to bring it in one time and read it.
Yeah, no, it's that was one. Yeah, you all loved that because it was scary and don't go in there.
I remember, the bear.
Did he go in there? Yes, he went in there. The spooky tree, I think it was.
Yeah, it was
the
something
spooky
like that.
tree.
It was a spooky tree. Yeah. Like that. I remember the very first book I bought. Do you remember? I'm pretty sure I was in kindergarten or preschool, and I bought a Pokemon book from the Scholastic School Fair.
Yeah.
Do you remember that book? I always remember because I remember I used to pretend to read it, and Sam would always see me pretending to read, and Sam would be like, "You can't read, stop pretending."
Stop pretending. Yeah. No, I don't really remember that Pokemon book in particular. But.
Once we started reading, did you see the growth in us, in our vocabulary? Could you see our reading shaping us in other aspects of life? Could you see the vocabulary in us building? And do you think it helped us grow into, I suppose, young adults and teenagers?
Oh, definitely. I mean, reading, that was why I read to you from little, because I knew that it would develop your vocabulary, develop your concentration skills.
I suppose back then too, we wouldn't have had TV or gaming consoles or anything. When we were little kids.
Not when you were little. We had TV.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, it was screen time. I mean, it's even more important now, but even back when you were little, it was screen time.
You were aware of it? You didn't want us in front of the TV?
No, I didn't want you in front of a TV. Yeah. And we had very little TV growing up, and we were always outside doing things, and I wanted that same upbringing for you, to be outside doing things or not just sat in front of a TV and vegetating. Yeah. So
when did you first notice my real passion for books? Do you think I was more passionate about reading than Sam and Sarah?
Maybe not. Yeah, you definitely are the most passionate about reading. Sam doesn't read a lot.
He reads more.
He reads more non-fiction.
Yeah.
Sarah reads a lot, but you are always the most passionate, and you were the one that would always, once you started reading, once you got into teenage years, you were ones that always would come to me and go, "This book, Mum, this is the greatest book ever. You have to read it." And so you were always the most passionate about the books.
I remember on the farm on Binalong when it was always Sunday afternoons when you'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to go and lay down in bed and have a read and then have a sleep." And I'd come in and read with you, and then we'd both have a Sunday afternoon nap together.
Little nana naps. Yeah.
How have you seen, what has my reading journey been from your eyes? And I even want to discuss even as an adult, because there was obviously a few years where I didn't read, and I was very, very depressed actually, and I want to talk to you about that. But what has my reading journey been from your perspective?
Well, I mean, you've always read, and obviously, as you said, the years that you didn't read were when you were away, so I wasn't even probably fully aware that you weren't reading. But now that you're back into reading, I've definitely noticed that you're more focused, you're more grounded, you've got purpose in your life again, and not only from reading, obviously, but from everything that's coming from the reading. Yeah.
Do you remember what you did? Do you remember your it's what would I say, tact to try and help me? Do you remember that you sent me?
I sent you a box of books. You
sent me a box of books.
And
my bookmark.
Sent you the bookmark.
Yeah. Do you think that you saw me struggling and thought, I know how to connect with Luke at this moment, and that's through books? You think that was your driving factor?
I never felt disconnected from you, so I wasn't connecting with you, but I did think that the books would help you.
Yeah.
I felt you lost yourself there for a while, and I thought the books would help you find yourself again. Well, I hoped the books would help you find yourself again.
Yeah. No, I remember that. I always remember that. I think about that often now because I'm like, Mum knew that I was struggling, and the one thing that she did for me was send me books. Like, if that's not a sign that to make sure that I'm a healthy person, I need to be reading, I don't know what is.
Because I think books do. They help you. They ground you. They give you that space to also be yourself.
If we were again 4 years old with the world the way it is today, what would your advice be to a mother or a father to help foster a love of reading in their children?
Well, read to them, one.
Yeah.
Read yourself.
Yeah.
Set the example.
Yeah.
And discuss it with them, and the communication between the parent and the child when you've got a book to discuss, to read together and discuss together. And you can, and books will, if there's a particular issue that the child has or something, you can pick a book that will help that child
talk about that issue. Yeah.
And Little Golden Books, The Saggy Baggy Elephant, it's all about being different and how it's okay to be different. He was different to the other animals, but that's okay. And so, if you've got a child that might be struggling with something like that, there will be a book, not with any issue, not just that issue, but there will be a book out there that will address that issue and help the child. And you can raise it by reading that story and then discuss it with them. So it's just such a great way to bond with your child and communicate with your child and get them talking.
I suppose, and teach them values and lessons.
And values and lessons.
And it is good, like a good medium to break down, I suppose, if there's any barriers around talking about it, like you're talking about in the sense of the story and the
exactly,
book is saying, this is what's happening in my own life. So, hey, is there anything that correlates between this character and you at the moment? It
gives you that doorway to bring it up if you can't just address it directly with them.
So we've covered my childhood reading, and now as an adult, and obviously what's been transpiring for me over the last 6-12 months with my book deal and online, a lot of people resonating with me and my book reviews and sharing my love of reading. What's your perspective on that being? Or what are your feelings towards that? Does that bring you a lot of joy to see?
I'm extremely proud of you for what you've done, putting yourself out there. And like, social media is never easy. You've got obviously the good side and the bad side of it. So to put yourself out there, I'm extremely proud of you to see how you're developing from that, and you've now got the book deal, writing the book. Am I allowed to say that I'm reading the book as you're writing it?
You can say that.
I'm so excited to see the book published, and hopefully a bestseller. If I buy 1 million copies, it will be. I'm not on TikTok or BookTok, although I do sometimes sneak in there and have a look.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. But
sneaks on to TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not in there. I'm not one of your followers.
Yeah.
But
that's rude of you. Got an account. My mum has a TikTok account. Doesn't even follow me.
Yeah. I only joined it because you were on it. But I just think anything that encourages people to read it's got to be good, and obviously it is encouraging people.
Did you see, when I was growing up, did you see the sort of the shame or the secrecy that I had around my reading? Did you notice that?
No.
Did you ever sort of, I suppose, when I was at home, I didn't have to hide it when I was at home. It was only when I was away from you really that I sort of had to hide that.
No, and I know you never let on that there was any of that going on in your life either. As you said, at home you could read, and I didn't know that you were hiding it when you're away. I understand it now that I know that would have been something that you felt you had to do in that environment. Which
a private person.
Which, yeah, I mean, I wish you had mentioned it to me, but I probably couldn't have changed it.
Would you have gone in there and told all them other boys to?
I probably would have
about dragons. So now that I've got my book deal, and do you remember how did you feel when I told you? Because I remember everyone probably thinks that she was really, really proud of me and over the moon, but you were a bit sceptical, weren't you?
I was worried for you when you went on Book Talk because of, as I said, the social media side of things, with obviously, as I said, there's good side and bad side.
Yeah.
And knowing the struggles you've had with, your mental health, I was worried that any negative feedback may put you back into a bad place.
Yeah.
The book deal, no, I don't think I was I sceptical? I don't remember being sceptical. I thought that I was just so proud of you.
I'm over-exaggerating.
I was extremely proud of you for getting the deal and totally confident that you would be able to write a good book.
Yeah.
And now seeing your drafts, it is, yeah.
Yeah. Where did your confidence in me come from?
Knowing you as a person and knowing your strengths and your desire to achieve, it's always been something, your desire to achieve in whatever you do it always shines through. And I knew that if you put your mind to it and you said you could write a book, then you would write a book.
Yeah.
And you've got the skills, you've got the vocabulary, you've got the imagination to do that.
Do you think imagination and magic is something that's encouraged in the world?
By certain people, not by the majority, though. I wouldn't think. No, there's definitely a desire to conform to whatever. If you're a little bit different, a little bit.
If you believe in magic and dragons.
And dragons. Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
Are you calling me different, Mum?
No. You're definitely different, darling. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
No two people are the same. But as you said, like in the football culture, obviously that's not dragons and magic. Yeah. You're not meant to, but you're expected to conform more to the type of person that they think you should be to play that sort of sport. And then then you have to adjust. You have to say, this is me. I can do and be different if I want to be. I don't have to conform.
Do you think when I was going through like my really tough period in life, do you think that a lot of that came because I was trying to be someone who I wasn't?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I've said that to you, that you chose which character you wanted to play at different times in your life. And if that character was really against the inner person, then that you struggled.
What do you hope for me into the future with reading and books and writing?
Well, I don't think I have to worry that you'll ever stop reading. So you'll always continue to read and always continue to tell me which books I should be reading and enjoying. And with your writing, I just hope that you get out of it whatever you want to get out of it. If it's a bestseller, that's fine. If not, if it just gives you enjoyment, if just writing the book for your own sake and that makes you fulfilled, then I'm happy.
Thanks, Mum. It does make me fulfilled.
I'm getting that. You're definitely more settled in yourself. You seem to now have a focus where you want to go, what you want to achieve, and whereas for a long time you seem to be drifting. So as a mother, that makes me extremely happy to know that you're now focused and you've got purpose in your life. As I said, if the book is a bestseller, that's great. If it's not, just don't
Don't come home.
No, no, just that you're happy doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of writers will write books that some of them might be bestsellers, some of them don't, and they'll say that this one was written for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That this is what I wanted to do, not writing it for any other reason.
Mm. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast, Mum, and being my first guest. I'm more than certain that you're going to be a recurring guest, and I just want to say before you go, I love you so much. I'm so proud to have you as my mother. I was trying not to cry during this, and I'm just so blessed to have you in my life, and I'm so thankful that you instilled in me a love of reading. So thank you.
I'm very proud that you are my son.
Yeah,
and
love you, Mum.
Very proud and actually very amazed that I've managed to raise such a beautiful son and such an accomplished boy. I'm amazed all the time by how well all of my children have turned out, and I'm extremely proud of all of you.
Thank you, Mum. I love you.
Love you too. Love you. What do we say?
What?
Love you more.
Love you more. I can't thank you enough for joining me on this episode of In the Good Books. I'm so overjoyed to be able to talk about magic and words with more and more people. I'd be genuinely grateful if you'd subscribe to In the Good Books by hitting the follow button in your podcast app. It'd mean the absolute world to me. I look forward to our next chapter.